Guys, hold on. Let me see what's going on. Don't know why that's there. Sharing and broadcast settings. Not sure what happened there. Oh, just gotta go to broadcast settings, advanced. Sorry about that. Okay, well, we're back. Oh, I didn't mean to have my message up. Anyway, today I decided, or I should say tonight, I decided to broadcast the next major encounter or major chapter of the Last of Us Part 2. For it, um, I gave it the title of Escape from the Civil War, as that's what is happening right now, and that is our goal. So we have to basically go through a number of different stages to press forward until we finally have a boss encounter at the end. But the entirety of this, you know, encounter pretty much serves as a major encounter, all in all. Um, Seems like I said, seems most of the major encounters in this game are more or less towards the end of the game. Um, but nonetheless, there are quite a few. I don't really like to refer to them as boss encounters, because that's debatable. Like, for example, Tommy, the sniper of the marina, he's a boss encounter, if you wanted to be frank about it. That was like, that was a boss encounter. And just like almost every single boss encounter in the game, it's always followed by a gimmick or like some sort of... It's usually got a gimmick and a number of different stages or phases that you have to push forward through. Like even the Rat King, I don't want to call it a boss. It's got different stages that you have to go through. Like the first stage, has you running for your life, following QTE prompts. Then you make it to the checkpoint, right? And then the next part of the fight, the next stage, you have to bludgeon his face in with the axe once you get to the end, which is the next checkpoint. Then you get through that. But basically that entirety, they're gracious enough to actually give you a checkpoint during the chase, at least on the normal difficulty. But, to me, that's basically the first stage of the Rat King encounter. It's followed by mainly QTEs. And again, most major encounters do have cinematic queued time events where you have to, button prompts. So like in the Rat King, it was, repeatedly press square at the beginning of the, encounter with him, as you had to make your escape to kick the fucking door open. Then you had to run for your life while, jumping over gurneys and, prying open those fucking doors of the triangle. Then, making your way through crevices and, trying to get through the maze, until you finally make your way to a dead end, that you find an axe, and then you are again more queued time events pop up again. This time it's prompting you to, like I said, swing the hatchet that you find in the door, or axe or whatever, into the infected's face, until eventually the ground will collapse below you and you fall down into the pits of Ground Zero. And again, this is another checkpoint. Now you have to fight it head on, right? So this basically now acts as like a fight against a massively powerful bloater, basically, for more or less. And that's exactly what you have to do. You have to run away from a bloater. It's no different than the bloater encounter that we had in The Last of Us 1. Except this time it's just much more, you know, scarier, I think, in my opinion. Maybe it's the times we're living in these days, or, you know, maybe it's just the design of it, but all I know is it was scary as fuck, and it gets your heart going. They did a good job with that. But it's still just a game. But nonetheless, it is very much like a bloater encounter. Um, Interestingly enough, though, they did get creative, where you can actually knock off stalkers from it throughout the fight. But it's only one stalker, believe it or not. I've did the fight a number of times. But anyway, that's the second part of the fight. You know, they say it's the only real boss encounter, but that's not true. Now, once you get to that part of the fight, that would be the second part, right? So you had the one part where you had the chase, escape. Then you had the fight. And then you had the fight part 2, where you have to finish off the clicker. Because originally it was a bloater, which was a combination of the stalker and a bunch of other stalkers and infected, which created a bloater Rat King, the elite bloater. Then once you separate them, then you have to fight an elite clicker. It's called the clicker stage, and there'll be an elite stalker just kind of hiding around, and he might get in your way here and there. Or I think it's a girl actually, because it actually has a vagina. Well, it doesn't have a penis, I can tell you that. It's just quite evident when you see it, because there are actually clickers that do have dicks and stuff like that. Anyway, that's not what this is about. But yeah, the stalker is most likely a female. So you have to fight basically an elite bloater in the beginning. Then once you separate the two, then you'll have an elite stalker sort of hiding around and about. Just have to make sure you don't get in its way, or it doesn't get in your way. You know, you sort of run back and forth, and you basically keep shooting at this big ass, you know, monstrosity, which at this point they consider the clicker stage, because it will bite into you and, you know, bite you. It bites you and eats you, consumes you. Whereas the bloater stage, it strictly just twists your neck apart. So like there are differences, there's different death animations. But I think I'm getting off track. So when you defeat it, right, once you get past the 2 stages, then you get to the 3rd stage, where you have to finish off the stalker half. So you beat the bloater half, separated it, then you beat the clicker half, which was made up of all the rest. And now you have to beat the other half, which again has another queued time event. When you go to the event, and this signifies the last part of the battle. And to me, that's... personally, it's 4 steps. There was an opening step, which was really the chase. Then there was the fight, you know. Then there was the second part of the fight. And then there was the finish, which had you up against something that was more on your scale. You know, a threatening stalker elite. So that was a major encounter that has 4 stages in it. In terms of fighting, though, it was really the actual fights. The first part of the fight was really just the queued time events. And the only fighting that you had to do there was really running, and then, like I said, in terms of actual fighting, you just have to bludgeon his face with the axe. But there wasn't actually any real fighting. It was really more just surviving and running. But the overall encounter plays out very much like the way the bloater played out in the first Last of Us, in the first game. You know, because in the first game, ironically, The Last of Us only had very few bloater encounters, and it was actually one of the few and rare scenarios where you'd actually find stalkers, which is a fun fact. It was considered one of the biggest encounters in the game, and we had to basically go through an area very similar to that of where we fought the Rat King, alongside its stalker friend. Which is just interesting because we had to fight in a similar situation in The Last of Us. It's like a big labyrinth with like a bunch of different rooms and shit like that, and stalkers would come out at you. Actually, I made a live video on it a while back, and it wasn't easy to kill. Like, bloaters are much easier to kill in this game than they have been, you know, than they were in the original game. But that's only because we get massively powerful weapons. But this game does a different job on like what's really powerful and what's not. Overall, I think they did a really good job with certain things because they really made stalkers formidable. Bloaters are still the same as they have always been. It's just that you can technically really fuck them up with the tools that we get our hands on. Like, we get things that are so powerful, such as pipe bombs and incendiary shells, explosive arrows. You know, these things do a massive amounts of damage with really little to no upgrades. Again, you can throw 3 of these. This will, if you throw enough of them, it's gonna light them ablaze because it's an explosive. But this game does have 2 differences. There's explosives and there's incendiaries. Molotovs, flamethrower, and incendiary shells are all incendiaries. And incendiaries are generally indicated by a little fire symbol. See the fire symbol there? Explosives generally have like a spiky symbol on it, because this is considered an explosive. But it's also considered a blunt object. So it's a blunt / explosive. But incendiary is a new thing because the Molotov cocktail used to be in the explosives group, but it's now considered an incendiary. Incendiaries are one step below explosives. Explosives can actually, like real deal explosives that deal and dish out blast, can actually set targets ablaze. That's the primary reason for incendiaries. Incendiaries are basically Molotov cocktails, incendiary shells, fuel, or aka flamethrower. It's all things that utilize fire. So that's an incendiary. This strictly just incinerates. It doesn't really do any actual impact damage. There is no impact with this, so it's best used. But incineration does a lot of damage. Whereas explosives are more impact, right? So explosives do impact damage, and with a number of use can eventually light a blaze. Not on human enemies, but if you're going to use them on, like, say, infected, it could actually cause them to become ablaze. If used, like, consecutively. In other words, what it specializes in is a mixture of piercing or blade and explosives. So it's like they do a little bit of both. See how you need alcohol and you need explosives? Because it basically is a mixture of a Molotov and a nail bomb, is basically what is implied here. Because it's like basically a smoke bomb that blows up, basically. You can read about it. Pipe bombs. Bounces on impact and explodes. So whenever something is exploding, it's going to be dealing explosion or blast damage. So just that alone should indicate to you how powerful it is. Like, for example, how do I put it? Her pipe bombs, right? They're like, so, let's just say you use 3 pipe bombs in a row. At that point, even one hit from an incendiary shell will probably light him on fire. So just think of incendiaries and explosives. They kind of complement each other on a on a very good level. Because explosives, realistically, they char out their, any armor or anything like that, and can easily make something catch fire much faster. So, like, for example, you throw a pipe bomb, right? That's going to basically do blast damage, right? So blast damage, or explosions, but it's called blast. There's incineration and then there's blast. Obviously explosives dish out blast, and then incendiaries dish out blaze. Now try, and then of course there's also piercing. So you'll notice there's different groups. There's blunt, there's blade, there's piercing, there's explosives, there's what do you call it? Incendiaries, or there's also I think those are the main groups. The main groups, though, like I said, explosives, incendiaries, and piercings. Armor pierce. Piercing, incendiary, and explosive. Or blast, blaze, and pierce. And it actually goes in that order, too, by the way. The other would be, I guess, in this game, at least, silence. So recovery, explosive, incineration, piercing, silence, or suppressing. This, again, is this would be considered blade. And then melee weapons, in general, they are sort of considered like blunt. You have blunt and blade. So you could sort of say that this would be blade, that'd be blunt. Because a lot of the best melee weapons actually start off as blunt items. So yeah, you actually have everything here. Recovery, restoratives, I guess you could say. Explosive, incineration, piercing, suppressing, and then like I said, blade, and then blunt. I would write it all down because each one does have different things. Blunt is good at dishing out the well, it's more set for use if you're trying to stun something. It's good at stunning, but whereas bladed are generally used for surprise attacks. So I've been doing a lot of research lately in The Last of Us. And I'm not talking about the multiplayer, that's different. Last of Us Part 2 did change a few things. For the better though, because they've made a few adjustments that make some sense. So, for example, you have 3 different areas where you can actually hit a target. These 3 areas are the head, the legs, and the body. Now, this ties into the rock, paper, scissors dealio, which is like, rock, paper, scissors, right? So rock, paper, scissors. It's kind of, alright, let me just think of this one. So first I'll get into explosives, or, you know what, restoratives. Restoratives, which only comes in either health patch or a kit. And then health kit. And also the ability Endure. Which is a status effect, status ailment that activates if you don't have enough life. Another restorative is this. Generally bindings, rags, all that shit are generally tied into restoratives. So melee upgrades are also considered in that same category. Because again, it restores for you. It's a restorative. Alright, so, which means you can store. Alright, and let's see what else. Rock, paper. Rock, paper, scissors. That's so fucking hilarious. And I have right now 0 rocks, 1 scissor, 3 paper. Rag, rag, explosives, and blades. Damage types, though, are important, because explosives would be the first. Explosives are primarily things that focus on impact and blast damage. So, damage is impact. So I'll put it's like AoE. AoE blast. And impact. Now blast does a lot of damage. Impact just stuns. Primary effects, stun. And of course, what do you call it? And pierce. But it's a temporary pierce, though, this thing. It looks like they're charred. I might put charred. That's what they call it anyway. So, well, that's what I'll put. Stunned and charred. Let's see, and then of course the icon. Thus, the icon for explosives is exactly that, stunned and piercing. That's exactly what it shows you. A rock with spikes on it. Because its primary goal is to do that. Pierce through armor while stunning. Delivering stun. And it's nothing to take lightly, because these things hurt. They're some of the most dangerous. I'm gonna get started in a sec. I just have to finish this. I'm illustrating something. I mean, you know, drawing something. I always make notes of my information. Everything I learn, I make notes on it. This is important information to know. Alright. The explosives. And what explosives are there? I'm gonna make a list. We have pipe bombs, nail bombs, trap mines. We'll go in order as we get them. So first would be smoke bombs. Which start off as stun bombs, actually. But they turn into smoke bombs. Stun bombs are kinda useless, but when they become smoke bombs, they're much more useful. In fact, the stun bomb is like, it's no different than really like a bottle or brick. And I almost don't even really consider it like an explosive, but it still is though. At least smoke bombs have the typical effects that it should have. Smoke bombs, then trap mines. And then we go to, yep, we go to Ellie. That's Ellie, smoke bombs and trap mines. Alright. Then after that, we have explosive arrows as well. I'll just call them blast arrows. That's what they do. Create a blast when you use them. Explosive arrow. Then we get to the next, which would be, I gotta think of everything here now, so trap mines check. Alright, so that means that, yeah, those are the three. Now we have pipe bombs, and then pipe bombs. So again, there's four of them. Smoke bombs, trap mines, explosive arrows, and pipe bombs. And the next level down, we'll get to other things. Alright, so the next is incineraries. And then we'll get to the show. Why am I having so much hard time with this? Incineraries. Most useful against infected, actually. These two come in a variety of forms, by the way, I will say. They're not just one-dimensional, you know? They used to be considered the same thing. Until The Last of Us 2 separated them. Made them separate. Which does make sense, because explosives are a little different. Incineration is solely charring and ablazing. It's different. Very different. So much different situation you got. So I'm gonna put incineraries down. Incinerary. Incinerary. So incineraries are about the same number as explosives. Maybe fewer, I'm not sure. But the primary damage we'll be looking at here is damage DOT. So it's AoE, AoE, Blaze, AoE Flaw. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do okay. Impact. AoE Flame. Or Fire. And damage over time, Blaze. It also generally has impact too. Most things deliver impact. But I usually don't count it. It doesn't really... It's not the same kind of impact as explosive impact, which is actually like stun. The damage would be area of effect, AoE fire, AoE and AoE blaze. Okay. And the effects, let's put the effects down. Depending on what you're using. Alright, I got everything written here, so. For the most important things, anyway. I could work on it later to a better extent, but. Incendiaries are area of effect fire with blaze damage over time. Its effects are generally charred armor, ablazed, slow on infected, and your types of weapon types that fall into the category would be the following. Start in order. Molotov cocktail. Then, after the Molotov cocktail, everything goes to Abby, basically. Incendiary shells. It's interesting because she gets most of them, actually. After that, we got one more. After that, then we have, I think it's a flamethrower. Note that the flamethrower doesn't really actually have any damage through impact. It has no impact or pierce. It's just used mainly for its DOT damage and charring out armor. Basically setting ablaze. Doesn't do any impact damage. Very effective against, though. Still very powerful. Don't underestimate the power of those. Incendiaries are very powerful. They're great utilities. But explosives are the most powerful, I'd have to say. Since, yeah. Then there's one more type, and that those are the real two main types, though, if I'm being honest. Explosives and incendiaries. With piercing. But I don't think it's like shivs are piercing. They go right through armor. Piercings are generally used as like sharp scissors. In fact, I'm gonna make it only because it is a real thing, so. And that would be the last type. Piercers. Armor piercers. What is it worse? Piercing or aka blade. The most powerful of these in this game would be shivs. The damage on this could be instant kills. Or I should say by stealth kill. Stealth kill and damage. Bladed damage. Effects. It doesn't have any effects. Well, it pierces through armor. Ignores armor. Ignores all and any armor. And the types. Shivs. What do you call it? Machetes. What else? Hatchets. But I'm not going to include everything because, in fact, I'm just going to do melee upgrade. Instead. Because all upgraded melee weapons become bladed and piercing, regardless. Anything that uses a blade is piercing. Anything that uses alcohol is an incinerary or restorative. But this is everything, basically. It's a mixture of incineration, piercing, and explosive. That's amazing. That's so fucking wild. These 6 things that they have you picking up often seem to go together. Rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors. Fuck, paper, scissors. Like you have alcohol. And then you have gunpowder. You have rags and you have bindings. You have canisters and you have blades. Canisters are generally meant for impact and silence. Alcohol is meant for incineraries and some explosives. Explosives are meant for explosives, so I just liked how they differentiated it in the second one, because, you know, in the first game it was just, they used to just have explosives, but now they actually have 2 different types. You have incineraries, which would consist of Molotov cocktails, which used to be explosives, incendiary shells, and flamethrowers, which is 3 different incineraries. But the 2 most important things I think that I like is how they differentiated the differences between explosives and incineraries. Then, you know, some things cross over, but each one has unique effects. Like, most explosives seem to be focused on impact, piercing, and blast, you know, large area. Whereas incineraries are more focused on fire, you know, blaze area of effect, which in turn chars armor and sets ablaze and slows down infected. The following would be Molotov cocktail, incendiary shells, flamethrower. Then you have, of course, the explosives, which would be smoke bombs, trap mines, explosive arrows, and pipe bombs. I'm not including from the first game. Um, then of course you have the two different types too. You have piercing and blunt, which they carried over from the first game, which is, I think, is good, because you know, you just have to know which is doing what. Think of it as like rock, paper, scissors. Like stun is good for impact, which you use with blunt weapons. But when you combine a blunt weapon with an upgrade, it's literally the best thing you could possibly have. Like a lead pipe bounded out with like a shiv, which is a category of piercing, armor piercing. That's a one-hit kill for everything you strike. The lead pipe is probably one of the best. Anyway, enough of that. We have to get into business now. So, the only reason I say piercing is its own category is because it goes hand in hand with, like, arrows. Certain arrows, especially bolts, can be piercing. They're very high damage. I'd rather consider them more silent, suppressing. Alright, so let's just try to be stealthy about this. We're gonna be going into a full-out war. Civil war has broken out in Seattle. It's unfortunately taking place. There's no need to fight everybody, but hunting pistols are a good way to get things done. Hunting pistols generally blows off limbs. It's very powerful. Damn it. Get back here, you. Oh, come on. I gotta get rid of him. I gotta get rid of him. Did he get rid of him? Good job, Lev. Good job. Oh, you son of a bitch. See that? That's amazing balls. Goodbye, bitch. You ain't gonna fucking come up on me like that. No, no, no. This is gonna be all-out war, so don't fight every single enemy if you don't have to, cause yeah, it's gonna be a lot of enemies, and it's all-out chaos right now. It's complete chaos, total chaos. I'm not gonna lie. And remember, so scars can be dangerous up close. Wolves, though, are dangerous in numbers, like their name suggests. And remember, they're gonna be killing each other too, so keep that in mind. This is an epic part of the game. Very epic part of the story. Jesus, I can't see anything. See, that means one of his limbs got... It's either he's burning to death or one of his limbs got shut off. This is a fucking spook show, bro. Alright, check this out. Take care. I'm not with the scars. I'm with no one. First of all, none of you guys should be worried about each other. You should be working on getting rid of the infected and containing it.
Cover all the windows! Don't let them surround us!
You see that? Woohoo! I love some of the animations, man. It's so cool. I love it. So fucking awesome. You shouldn't have got in my way. But I love that though when he can, like, you know, there's like so many different animations. I still haven't seen all of them. And we got a machete. Really good weapon to use when you're surprising a foe. Alright. Not gonna upgrade that yet. I got 4 shivs on hand. We're good. Try not to waste ammunition, but if I have to, I'd rather go with something that makes a lot of noise to draw them out. I want people to come toward me, then this way I can, you know, do what I gotta do. I'm sure there'll be more. I'll loot the area, but I'm gonna wait. Is another douchebag over there, or no? What's the deal? I think there is. Yes, there is. Look at that.
We got them! Over here!
Wait, what is she doing? Why did she do that? That was stupid. That was not what I was trying to do, well, but that was an accident.
Gotcha!
Behind you, behind you!
I know. Please.
Hey, look out!
Oh fuck! I didn't see that. Shit! I did not see that. Oh, I did not see that coming. That all happened from that stupid mistake I made.
Wipe them out!
Pipe in a hole!
Take them down!
She's here! She's...
I just want to go to town.
Omar! Take them down! It's mine! Kill the apostate! Oh my god!
Boom! Dead. I know, you got your eyes on me, I see that. Damn you, you're good, bitch. How did I miss? That should not have missed. Goodbye, headshot. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot easier if you just kill them, honestly. I see so many. What I do like about New Game Plus is that there are a lot more enemies to fight. I do feel like, you know, it's a bit more compelling. There's a lot more to do. I feel like the regular game is a little bit too easy for me. Just my opinion. I don't think I want to do grounded only because of the fact that it would annoy me to do the permadeath. That would be annoying as fuck. Imagine starting and then dying and having to do the entire game over again. Fuck that shit. There's enemies everywhere, that's the thing. I'm trying to get my bolts back, man. I know it says arrows, but they're not arrows, they're bolts. If they were arrows, they would all be dead. All of them. They would all be broke. What do we got? Yeah, I got half HP left. But we're gonna be going into heavy heat zone, and I don't want to be ill prepared. This is one of the biggest encounters in the game. Goodbye. At least Lev is not useless. See, I made a mistake before. I wasn't trying to go for that headshot. I wasn't trying to swing my weapon. I was actually trying to do something completely different. I love this thing. The hunting pistol is the best. Fuck. Fuck. Another one of my arrows! Or somebody's arrow.
Keep running! Right here!
Okay. Oh boy.
Right over here!
Shit, shit, shit. Say goodnight, fuckface. Alright, we gotta stay out. Gotta stay low for a little bit. Stay low. Stay low. She's got her eye on me. Move slow. Keep eyes open. Alright, she's over there. I got an idea. See, what happened was I was trying to throw the brick before, and accidentally I was hitting him with the brick. It was an accident. Accidents happen, right? It's not the craziest thing. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I don't see anybody.
Now we're gooch.
Don't let your guard down.
Oh my god, no, lead pipe? Ooh, it's a toughie, but lead pipe, ooh, lead pipe. Lead pipe, like I said, I'm not lying. I am telling you, it's one of the best,
Abby.
if not the best, weapon in the fucking game. It's a blunt two-hander, and when you bind it with a blade, it becomes probably one of the strongest weapons. It's, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. I have to. It's fucking amazing. And with increased durability, it's like a no-brainer. I have to go with it. It's too good to pass up on. A lead pipe is hands down one of the best weapons you can get. Machetes are good, but blunt weapons, like in the original Last of Us, like for example the 2x4, was almost always instant kills. Especially when you'd put a blade on it. This works a little different in this game, but nonetheless, it's pretty clear to me that, that it still has the same concept. That lead pipes and 2x4s and machetes are the best, you know, types of melee weapons. Hammers are also good too. Alright, so we're gonna start the second stage, but first I think we should pick up whatever ammunition that we could find. That's what I like about enhanced listen mode, was that it saves me so much time and resources. Look at that. You know how much time you end up spending just looking for shit, scavenging? This, you don't have to do it like that anymore. It saves you so much time. I generally don't use it though for enemies. I let myself just play the game the way it's supposed to be played. But for the luxury of not having to look and spend hours and hours and hours and hours of time looking for stuff, I'll definitely use it. Especially once you get to, you know, higher and higher difficulties, you know, it becomes more, you know, relevant to want to find these resources. I don't like the enhanced listen modes. I think scanning for enemies is cheap and definitely not the best, in my opinion. I think it sort of like makes listen mode minute, and it sort of nullifies it, gives it, basically it takes away the purpose of listen mode. Like, it's like almost like ruining a core mechanic of the game. You know, the whole idea is to listen, you know, sound, listening, noise. It's always been a big part and a huge staple in The Last of Us. By scanning out enemies, kind of almost like takes that aspect of the game away, you know? So I don't really use that. I only ever use, that's why I wish there was a way where you can just, you know, disable one or the other. Alright, I think we're good to move on. We have at least one of everything. We're a little short on blades, but we have one of the best weapons in terms of melee that we could possibly have. Every hit of this is an instant kill, regardless of what it is. Even if it's not a strike, it still instantly kills. So that's how many instant kills on there. 6 instant kills for almost every enemy. Even clickers, it's just an instant kill. Kill! 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 And kill! Is that 6? I don't know, but kill! So that's how many kills. You get a lot of kills with that, I'll tell you that right now. One of my favorite. And the reach is really good as well. It's fast for a two-handed weapon. Let's move on. Now, the second part of this fight is going to bring us into an interesting location. It's going to have another one of those escape cinematic horse or chase sequences. And yes, it is possible to die during these sequences. We've had one with Ellie during the Battle of Hillcrest, where we had to ride in the car, the Jeep, after escaping the battle on Hillcrest with Jesse. And then we also had one again on the back of a truck with Abby while we were being chased and ambushed by Seraphites on horseback, in which we later fought at the ambush of the, what do you call it, the rail yards, gas convenience station, gas station, whatever. And now this time we're gonna finally be on horseback. But
We can use that horse.
again, all major encounters generally have about, what? Hold what? What are you talking about?
On the horse.
Let's go.
Left, come on.
Alright, so just know that escaping is our number
Hang
one
on.
priority. Aiming second, escaping
Keep
first.
Just keep pointing the way. Up ahead.
We can aim, but it's not as important
Here we
as
go.
you would think.
Get ready.
See?
Damn it. Abby.
Alright,
I got it.
okay.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Cave in.
We made it! We made it!
Should we still go there?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. The boats are there.
Did we make it? Did we make it?
Nothing is stopping
We're
us.
not there yet. We have a huge field of fuckers.
Abby, oh, fuck!
Burn it down, wretches!
Fuck you.
Get away from
Gotcha! Wait, are those
us!
people?
Hang on, we're going through!
Headshot! Oh my goodness.
Which way to the docks? Got this. Over the hill.
Oh my god!
Abby, Ryder!
God damn it!
Oh God!
Oh! Whoa!
The horse!
Jesus!
We have to keep moving.
See, that was hard to do because of all the fucking craziness that was happening.
Right there.
To aim and ride the horse, it was kind of wild.
Okay. We gotta get
Alright,
out of here.
this is the fourth part.
Abby,
I mean, the
this way.
third part. Third part of the encounter is beginning now. Because this is a boss encounter, there's going to be 4 stages. Like I call it, major encounter. I really don't like calling them bosses. Not in The Last of Us. Bosses are for fucking RPG games and stuff like that. Or action adventure. But this is not. This is a third-person shooting game, survival game. They don't really have like boss encounters. They're more like major encounters. You could call them bosses if you want. But like this entire encounter is more or less like a boss. It's broken into different stages, but yeah. Alright, I gotta heal up my wounds. I'm not gonna take any chances. We're gonna lose all our stuff at a certain point anyway. Wow, this place is wild, son. It reminds me of like Nightmare on Elm Street. Ready? For part 2, baby. I mean part 3. Let's let them kill each other. Very good. Very good. Very good, very good, very good, very good. You could never not have too many of these. These are the bomb, yo. Oh, wait, but we have to press forward, my friend. Unfortunately, we do. Alright. Is all these people gonna get in my way? That's the problem. Shit. Did we hit him? Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. At this point, we're gonna lose our stuff anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. So just go to town. This is like the big fight. This is the penultimate encounter for Abby. So just go to town with it, you know? Do what you gotta do. Got another one. Got another one. Headshot. I think we're clear. No, we're not clear.
It's the Apache killer!
That was a headshot, but unfortunately not enough manpower. Fuck it. Oh,
You will burn in hell!
thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Down the wall!
And may you guys burn in hell as well.
Hunt! She's running! She will save us! Take him the head with the bow!
Shit. Shit.
Jesus.
This is fucking insane, son. This is the craziest fucking part of the game, I think. Until we get to the rattlers. But yeah, this is pretty nuts, man. Shit! I'm ablaze! I'm ablaze! I'm ablaze!
Move it!
Oh my goodness, there's enemies everywhere, son. Everywhere! This is insanity.
Bring them down!
We should probably make more of these. Not gonna lie, they're really useful. Some of the most useful items in the game are pipe bombs, not gonna lie. Nice! Nice! I'll be able to get you too, because you're in my way, and I can't have you in my way, or else I can't push forward. If you'd get out of my way, I'd actually spare your life. But if you're cocky, then alright. But just be sure that you can take me. Remember, I'm a grunt. Well, Abby's a grunt. And she's got power to back that up, too. I'm like a cat. So I'm gonna bring the heat on you, like literally, so I hope you're ready for that. Look at all the items. What is going? Oh my! Oh my! Is there any other way around? Is this the only way? Nice! Look at all this stuff. Pistol ammunition. There's two. She's just standing there, but that's a brute. I want to get rid of that motherfucking brute. Ain't gonna lie. Because brutes can kill you in one shot. Not gonna lie about that. That's very true. They can easily one-shot you. Alright, let's loot what we can around the area before we go and fight that stupid brute. Shotgun shell! Semi-auto. Shotgun shells are so hard to find. But we've done pretty good so far. Pistol ammunition. Look at all this stuff. I have a lead pipe too. Oh, look at that. Very nice. You know what? Let's sneak up on that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it like that. But I'm gonna switch toggle, I mean, since we actually have some shotgun ammunition right now. Look at all this stuff that we could loot. And it's only gonna make a difference now anyway. So the best time to use it would be now. He's still there. There's two of them over there.
The doctor just over the hill.
I got...
You brought the wolves to us. You shouldn't have come back upon them.
Yep, see what I mean? Wait, who's firing at me right now?
Fuck!
Let him live, let him live. He could help me take care of the other ones. Good, I was only concerned about that anyway. That's all I wanted to get, was that brute. I don't mind taking a little damage. I just had to get that headshot in. Those brutes can be dangerous motherfuckers. Like, no joke, but he's alone and I could tell. What the hell happened? What was that? That was stupid. You dumbass. What you... It was supposed to be a shot. I fucked it up. I'll admit when I fucked up, I fucked up. That was my own fault. But remember, we got a good rifle, so whatever. It was my mistake. I'll admit when I made a mistake. Intentionally, you know. When I fuck up, I fuck up. And I fucked up. That was in the lack of... That was just a big old fuck up. What happened? What was she using? Oh, she's using a hunting pistol on me. But why did Abby slow down when I was running? I was clearly running and she just started slowing down for some weird reason. What the fuck was that? It was a little weird. I don't mind. It's actually kind of fun. It's one of my favorite encounters in the game. Its cinematography is beyond amazing. There's just so many enemies. No, 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 no! Shit! I want to restart. Oh, that was really stupid.
Wipe them out!
It's actually a good encounter, though.
Don't leave any of these freaks alive!
It's just a hard encounter.
Sasha! Get there!
Burn up these houses!
Move now!
Light 'em up!
Damn it. Nice.
Wipe 'em out!
Dead. I gotta fix my settings. Hold on. It's my fucking... The fucking, what do you call it? Deflection. Curve deflection. From the aim. I have to change it. I'm getting a lot of, stick deflection right now. I'm gonna go and see how... Well, I want to bring the sensitivity all the way up. That's one thing I'm going to do. And I want to keep the ramping power scale low, but not too low. I'm going to try 3 and just keep the acceleration scale low.
God damn it!
Much better. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, it's better. Watch the difference. I'm going to restart now. Restart the encounter. Huge difference. So much better. I don't know why I had it set like that.
Don't leave any of these freaks alive!
Sasha!
Clear out these houses!
Big difference.
Kill them all!
Headshot.
Wipe them out! Rats! Abby's here!
Who was that? Who was that? See the difference? So much better what I have now. And I've only lost such a small amount of health. Enemies? No, I'm looking for fucking... I'm looking for items, resources. Headshot. Yeah, this is much better actually. Not gonna lie. Stick deflection was all fucked up before. But now we're looking fine.
Go around! Get their side!
Copy that.
Kill me a fucking thing!
Shit. Dead.
Stop them.
Dead.
Kill them.
Oh yeah? Dead. That's because I have the insta-kill, bitch. Insta-kill, insta-kill, insta-kill. What did I say? It kills everything in one shot. No matter what it is. It's just a kill, 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 kill. You just can kill everything like in one shot. Just kill it. Oh, looks like we got company over that way. Gotta get low, it is. Is he dead? Doubt it. Nope. He'll be dead soon, though. Wait till he gets up. She can't even see me. It's too much smoke. You want to play that game, do you? You bitch. Alright, we'll play that game. We'll play that game. You want to play the bomb game? Well then let's play the bomb game, motherfucker. Two could play at that game. And that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Get to the dock. Don't let anyone escape. Hold the line.
Boom!
Just over this hill. Lily!
You brought the wolves to us!
Oh, come on.
Wipe them out!
Like, this is where it's gonna get intense. This is the final frontier.
Shit!
Thank you, thank you. That was a pipe bomb. Who did that? That was a wolf. Pipe bombs are very dangerous. This is hard, but... Take cover, and I'd say we should heal up at this point. We need to be in a vantage point. Good job, Lev. Good job. You see what I mean? Incendiaries don't necessarily they don't do impact damage. They're really meant strictly for incineration, and that's it. That's what they're used for.
Come on, Abby.
Alright. Give me a second. Heal up. It's a lot of motherfuckers, I'm telling you. And I'm totally gonna grab whatever I can at this point. We came this far, I am not going back. Even though it's all moot, still, I'd like to grab everything I possibly can, because I'm a completionist. Scissors! Blades! One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. More blades. Is that a hatchet? It's the second best thing to a lead pipe. That's better than a machete, to be honest. Hammers are also really good, but not as good as a hatchet. The only thing about a hatchet is that its range isn't as far, but oh well, what are you gonna do, right? You'll want to have upgraded though. I've noticed that weapons not upgraded are just like, you're just wasting your time, man. Nice fuel. Gotta love that fuel. There are items everywhere before we get to the final, fourth part of this fight. Crowbars are unique, but it's hard to get the animation you're looking for. It remains a blunt weapon only in certain kills. If you get like a specific type of strike, she could use the blade like a spear and like basically fork it through their heads. I've never seen it personally, but I would like to. I've never seen that animation before. It's probably dope. Since there are like 3 different killing animations. And then there are strike animations. There's like a lot of different animations, actually. Nice, incendiary rounds. Hunting pistol. It's basically, hunting pistol's like an explosive. They're like the gun version of fucking pipe bombs. Basically. These things suck, by the way. The scythes, they are like the worst. They are not good at all. They're terrible. Just if you're curious. You have to go by common sense. Like, hammers are obviously great when you bind a blade to them. Axes are just as good because of the weight. You think about it. What's gonna be more powerful, a lead pipe or a fucking 2x4? Fucking lead pipe, bro. Hit yourself by a 2x4 or hit yourself with a lead pipe and see what happens. or just carry one or the other, you'll see what I mean, that there's a big difference. Or like a hammer. I mean, it's designed in its weight to be very, 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 very blunt and forceful. A hatchet, same thing. Axe isn't that great. Pickaxe isn't that great. None of that is that great, really. There is some stuff that's rare, like the wrench. It's rare and is really good. Did we get everything we need? He's about to go fight Scarman, the last of the Seraphites. That's why I had to fight everything, because, you know, it wouldn't have made sense. It was, the fight is specifically supposed to be the last of the Seraphites. So we're good. We're good. But I would like to have full HP during the fight. I'd like to get my health topped off. Alright. So I'm going to top off my health, because we're going to get all our shit taken from us anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But here we go, is Scarman, I should say the last Scar, is gonna take us. We're gonna have to do a lot of dodging. But it is the final part of this fight. And respectively is considered the primary boss encounter, respectively. This is sort of like the Forest Frenzy. You know, there's a lot of shit going on. Wait a minute. What do we gotta do? Oh shit. Oh.
Come on.
Keep our balance. Oh god. I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, that's totally gonna happen. Hilarious. Am I supposed to go this way?
Hearts are going to hold. I know.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Wait.
Keep going. The roof's
Where?
gonna come down.
Okay, we're somewhere. Here we go! Scarman! I'm totally gonna die on the first try, I know it. Because I'm not using any enhanced dodging or anything like that. It's just, you know. Here we go! Scarman! Scarman! We're gonna fight Scarman! And he's got an insta-kill weapon. Yikes.
Fuck you.
Ah, fuck you! Oh god, this guy looks as creepy as a motherfucker too, by the way.
You're a damn disgrace! Damn you! Filthy hole!
Shit. Oh shit, this is the end. This is the end. Oh yeah, motherfucker, what it is. I am a pro. Oh no, shit. Shit. Oh god. Fuck. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. You can't beat me, bro. I got lead on my side, son. And I am the man. I love this part. This part is gnarly. Oh, gnarly, son. Oh, watch this shit. Gnarly. Oh, I love this. This is sick, bro. Now you gotta press R1. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Watch this shit, though. Oh my god. Oh. Ooh. Oh my god. Gnarly, son. Gnarly. Oh god. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Let's find a boat.
Sick habit. Talk about getting your adrenaline pumping, huh? Alright. Get the fuck on out of here, son. Oh my god. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Jesus, this is amazing. It's like a fucking spectacle, dude. Wow. I mean, really, it's something. Certainly something. I noticed most of the big boss encounters, though, were in Abby's. Not really Ellie's. I think Ellie gets like, what, like, I don't know, 3? They're not as... Abby gets all the big ones, though. The biggest ones, I'd say, personally. She gets the Forest Frenzy, she gets the Rat King, Hospital Ground Zero, she gets the Sniper on the Marina, she gets the Civil War on the Seraphied Island of Seattle, she gets the Confrontation, that's like 5 of them right there. Then Ellie, I mean, yeah, she gets the Rattlers, but that's about it. Rattlers and Arcade Bloater. Oh yeah, it's another one that Abby gets. The Infected Nest. Abby gets tons of major encounters. But believe it or not, she actually is the only one who doesn't actually have to fight a bloater. She doesn't actually have to fight that bloater. It's optional. But good luck trying to get past it. Alright, so what I'm thinking now is I make a video for the final confrontation, or I could just include it here in one. I got an idea. We'll wait until this finishes out, and then I'll recast the broadcast for the confrontation after we've, you know, after the scene is over. Because first we don't even know what's happened yet. We're still gonna find out.
Yeah.
So that's the way I'll play it. It's a wild fight, you know? Jeez, it's all straightforward from here. Here we go. You guys ready to see something horrific? Because we're about to. Starting with Alice, of course. Is it just me, or does it feel like, I don't know, I get the feeling personally that Abby makes a lot more growth personally throughout this game. in the journey in general. Seems like Abby is the one that makes the most spiritual growth, you know, within her own personal being. Even the dream, when she finally, instead of having a nightmare of her father, she said she had that dream of her father in the room, and it was not a nightmare this time. You know, I feel like Abby took a turn after she ran into Lev and Yara, which I think that means like a free of the spirit, a butterfly or something like that. Lily and Lev, Yara. I know Yara, I think, means butterfly. But, and then also, like, think about it, Ground Zero, or not Ground Zero, or like, right before that, the Descent, when she fell through, think about it, she overcame her fear of heights, and then was literally baptized within the water below. I mean, it's so, like, symbolic. You know, and the fact that, like, her journey seems to mimic that of, you know, the bonding of two people who both meaninglessly hate each other because they did. In other words, she seems to be learning how to forgive and forget, live and let live. You know, these trivial matters don't matter. You know, this isn't what matters. You know, we need to be unified. You know, these like these trivial issues. You know, like Seraphites. You know, wolves. The you know, Washington Liberation Front. You know, it's all bullshit. It's just, you know, nonsense. That's really hindering the primary issue at hand here, which is obviously, you know, working together to fight and ward and contain this fucking disease, this infection. You know, that's the primary issue. You know, you guys shouldn't be fighting each other. Put your differences aside and work together to somehow contain this disease. And, you know, and get your shit together. And Abby seems to prove this, that it's possible. Just wanted to point that out. Ellie makes a little bit of growth, but she still hasn't went on her spiritual journey. Not until she goes out for the second time will she actually make the growth that she needs. In other words, most of the time that we've played with Ellie so far, she's been going down the same path Joel was on, you know, a path of destruction. You know, violence and revenge and anger and destruction, chaos. You know, and Ellie was basically falling down that same path. Even from the things that she was saying, to contrast to Tina. And in the end, it's, you know, debatable as to whether or not she ended up alone or not. I could tell you one thing, she did make some personal growth, but it was at the very end of the game, where she finally learned how she could forgive Joel for taking her meaningful death away. Because she hates what, you know, he did to her. And I can understand that. Now, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and we're gonna watch about what's to happen here. There's also another symbol about, like, killing a pregnant woman. Ellie was supposed to save the future of mankind through her death, but yet instead did the exact opposite. She became the killer of a person who is holding the life that was yet to see. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was flip-flop. She did the exact opposite of what she wanted. basically she took away the life that got to see the future. The future of the life that got to see it. Instead of saving the future of humanity by sacrificing herself, she murdered a life that has yet to been born to see the future. You know what I'm saying? It's just an interesting thing, and that's why it really hit Ellie so hard, because it was not what she intended to do, and through her rage she wasn't even paying attention. But I'm gonna end it here, guys, and I'm gonna pick this up with, of course, the amazing confrontation, which is actually the real hard encounter. The other encounter isn't really that hard. This is the one that's gonna be hard. So,
Figure out how to get in first.
yeah. This is the, this is gonna be like the, even though it's the confrontation and not the final confrontation, this is actually the one that's the hard one. I'll put it that way. This is the one that's like really difficult. The other one is just your typical, melee brawl, and more serves for the story than anything else. But this is like a true bona fide, boss encounter, where there's going to be a couple of phases, and we're going to be like basically at our most vulnerable position, since Ellie's going to have access to her trap mines, her shotgun, and I think that's what she primarily uses. She'll use shotgun and trap mines for the most part. That's gonna be her most dangerous, tactics at least. But I'm gonna get more into Ellie's and her major encounter with Ellie as Abby in my next video, because there's a few things, and there's a couple of phases as well. There's like, I think 3 phases. So we'll get into that once I started my next episode. But I do hope you enjoyed this. This serves as the penultimate encounter of the game's conclusion for Abby's journey and story. And in my next video I will cover the final encounter for Abby. But I think the penultimate was very, very fun, and it was enjoyable. It was thrilling, and it definitely was quite a show. And gotta say, it was definitely heart pumping, let's put it that way. But with that being said, please do join me in my next video for the confrontation, also known as Abby's final encounter, and we will dissect and take a closer look in depth on how we should go about taking down Ellie in this encounter. Till then, guys, this has been SteelyBoy89 with The Last of Us Part 2, and this was the penultimate encounter, the Civil War on the Seraphite Island, and the last Scar Executioner. With that, as always, keep it gaming, and most importantly, keep it safe. Till then, guys, thanks for watching.